Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a how-to on control arms on a 5th gen Nissan Altima. That's 2013 to 2018, so let's get into it now. Alright, so here is our signs of wear. I don't know if that light might be too bright, but if you look at that bushing, see metal exposed in there, so see she is bad. Cracking on that one as well. You can see it. Hard, but yeah, she's cracked up, so this one definitely is the worst of the two, but let's go ahead and get this thing out of here, guys. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is get out the bolt holding the control arm to the knuckle. This is a 18 mil, so we're going to do an 18 mil impact on that. Have an 18 mil wrench on the other side where the nut is, so we're going to go ahead and hold that 18 mil wrench while we're impacting the bolt out. So let's go ahead and get that done now. We're just going to put this to the side so we know what's what. Alright, so now that we have that knuckle bolt out, we're going to go ahead and approach these two bolts that are holding the control arm to the subframe, and they are both 21 millimeter bolts and 21 millimeter nuts. So 21 millimeters on both sides. So what you want to do is take a wrench for the top nut and then have a socket wrench or impact for the bottom. So I'm going to really get backyard style here, guys. I don't have a 21 mil wrench here, so I do have an adjustable, however, that is exactly 21 mil at full expansion there. So look, we got that on there nice and tight. So I'll be using this for both of these nuts while I shoot the bottom bolt out with the impact. So let's go ahead and get them out now, guys. Nut off, guys. We're gonna get this out, but I think we're a little bit stuck here. Alright guys, we got that out. So just put this to the side and make sure you know which one is which, because the front bolt is a different size than the back one, so make sure you don't mix these up. Okay guys, we're on to the rear one, so let's throw our adjustable in there. We're gonna hold that in place. Just blast this thing off. I'm going to ratchet the rest of the way just because I don't have enough space between this and the impact to get the bolt out. So we're gonna go ahead, ratchet the rest off, and then we'll start trying to get the control arm out. There we go, guys. And like I said, note that this one is longer than the front one. So longer one goes to the rear, shorter one goes to the front. So make sure you put these in the right spot. All right, we got all our bolts out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and start trying to get this thing out. So I have an assortment of pry tools. We're gonna go ahead and try to start with the knuckle. Get that pried out, and then we'll move on to the rest. So let's see if we can get this thing out, guys. Easy work, guys. All right, so as you saw, we got that control arm out. So here is the old one. It was worn on these bushings, although not being flexed off of the car, it's a little bit harder to see, but you can see some of that breakage around that. So definitely was time. This is the replacement. We got some back Arnie's, which actually look pretty nice. That's the part number right there. If you match these up to the original one, I mean, They really look good. They got the same type of markings on both sides. Only difference is, of course, these have the little Nissan badge. These don't. Obviously, they're aftermarket, but with the price I paid for these and the quality that it looks like, I'm not really too upset. So looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to get in the car, guys. Alright guys, she's somewhat in. Fought long and hard with this thing. Honestly, you could probably get away with just disconnecting the control arm, sliding it back in, but I didn't have much luck, guys. I decided to disconnect the strut and it made it a lot easier. So I was able to slide that in and then jack up the knuckle with the rotor out of the way to allow the bottom of the control arm to slide under and seat into the knuckle. So that's how I did it. Slid that corner first, and this one, it's got to be even. That's the only way I really was able to get it in, because if you have it on an angle, these bolt holes are not going to line up. You might get the top to line up and not the bottom, or the bottom not the top, vice versa, whatever. But disconnecting the strut made it easier. So this is a real world situation. You know, sometimes these YouTube videos make stuff look easy. Sometimes I even make stuff look easy, because sometimes it is, but this was not a fun job, guys, to be honest with you. Getting it out was easy. Getting it back in, whole nother story. So that's how I had to do it. I made adjustments, got these out, allowed me to get this in. So sometimes you just got to go a step further to get that step in that you really need to do. So let's go ahead, button this up, and I'll show you guys all the specs. All right, guys, so now that we got the control arm in, it's pretty much finger tight. Same thing with the shock bolts. So if you disassembled the shock, the torque spec for these bolts is 122 foot-pounds. So we're going to torque these to 122 foot-pounds. If you're cool and you got this out without taking the shock off, well, good for you. Go ahead and you can go and move to the next step. But we're going to go ahead and torque these on to 122 foot-pounds. All right, guys, now that we got the strut torqued on, we're gonna go ahead and actually move to the control arm. So we're gonna go ahead and do this bolt first. Now, this lower knuckle bolt actually took me a little bit of time to get through. There's a notch on the end of the control arm. I'll show it to you. That notch right here. You kind of got to get that notch in the hole. So I had to play with it while looking through the hole in order to find the perfect circle in there so I could slide this through. So got it in though, guys. So it's in there. You see, we're in there good. It's in the right position. So we're going to go ahead and tighten this down and torque it to spec. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and torque this down. Torque spec is 72 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and get this thing torqued in, and we can move on to the back two control arm bolts. All right, guys, so we got the knuckle mount right here. We got that torqued to 72 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the last two rear bolts. These are both 114 foot-pounds. So these 21 mils are 114. Let's go ahead and start getting these torqued on. All right, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get this last one torqued, and that's gonna be 114 foot-pounds as well. All right, guys, we got everything back together. It's definitely not the funnest job, but you know, we got everything torqued to spec. I did disconnect the strut, like I said. That was just me. You might not have to, you know, it made it easier for me. I mean, it's 2 bolts and I gave you the torque spec. I don't know, you know, it's kind of easy, but